It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's all up next.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Now here's the former Chiefs kicker, Cairo Santos out, and he'll get things started in Kansas City. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Mahomes going to throw on this first play. First play of the game, and already an incredible catch. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Hit made by TJ Edwards.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. First down throw, Mahomes. Brought in close to the 8. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder, What's in store?
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Tyler Scott now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And they're brought out by a player with immense expectations and promise in the league. He was picked first overall in 2024 out of USC, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was one of the most hyped prospects ever out of college football, and I'm not speaking out of turn or any hyperbole there. It's why he was the #1 pick. And you put on his highlight reel, Kate, you can put that highlight reel against anybody the last 50 years. The way that he creates and extends plays, the ways that he can run and still sling it totally off platform and off balance all over the field. He also does it with a flair and eccentricity that is unique and really not common coming into the league as well. A superstar in the making. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. Along the sideline past midfield. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, Williams. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Williams on the play action. Has it down close. And in for the Chicago touchdown. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Now Cairo Santos on to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bears start off well to tie things 7-7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Bears football. Back out comes the Chicago offense for their 2nd drive. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has his man, it's a Dunze. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They go play action here. He's got him, that's Swift. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down throw by Williams. Moore's got it. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears break the tie here in the 1st. DJ Moore, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Ball at the 33 for first down. Back to throw, Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Hit made by TJ Edwards.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 36. This one finds Kelsey. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Offense to the line for second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Kevin Byard there to bring him down. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Throwing is Mahomes. Cut by Hunt. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Matt Ariza on to punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Williams thrown again here on 2nd down. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Williams will look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
On fourth down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. So no return on that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Off play action, it's Mahomes. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
All right, set now, first and 10. Again, Mahomes to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Has room into the secondary. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big third and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical third down call.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock, getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs tie things up at 14. Butker on now to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Chicago getting set to take the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hits him on the out route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Torrey Taylor getting set to punt it once again. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. The Bears into the nickel for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt goes 63 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Bears about set for their next possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Williams to throw on 1st. Has the connection to Odunze. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Swift gets in on the option. He'll cobble together a yard there. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Bears driving ahead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He's on the move. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Williams to throw on 3rd. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down throw by Williams. Finds him over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, Williams. He brings it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he has the Chicago touchdown! The Bears get some late points and the lead. It's a Roma Dudes a touchdown! His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears break that tie and now lead by 7. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chiefs getting out there on offense one last time in this opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Jalen Johnson with the stop. Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing again, Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Second and 3 now. Another throw for Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bears in front. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Butker on now to kick this one away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bears are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Going to run again with Swift. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Williams from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Chicago brings out the punting unit. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. The Chiefs' offense set to take over again. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
From the 31. Finds his man Gray. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now it's Mahomes. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They motion the tight end over. Back to the air, Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st down throw, Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelce. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Cut by Hunt. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
To the air, 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone, instead stopped at the 2. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Will score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs start the second half with some needed points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs tie this game at 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. Scott now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Williams on the play action. He rolls to his right. Now he takes it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
3rd down, here's Williams. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, here's Swift. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Finds a man right side. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them. I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
From the red zone now. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Brought in right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and just 2 to go. To throw, Williams. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Carney's kick is good. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears take possession down inside the 30 after the interception.
You know, one of the beauties of the game of football is it never sits still. It's constantly adapting. And that nickel defense right there, critical in taking the ball away. And when you think about nickel defense, you think about Rondé Barber, won the Hall of Fame in the summer of 2023, really revolutionizing the position of the nickel back. That nickel defender and that nickel defense, critical in that takeaway we just saw.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running behind center with Swift. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Bears football to begin the 4th as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They're going play action. Completed here to Komet. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Second and 3 now. Working from the gun, Williams. Pass it down close. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Oh, first and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. He's got it on the bootleg. He stays up. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. Williams from the gun. Chased out to his right. And he has the Chicago touchdown! The Bears pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Caleb Williams, the touchdown! Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears make it a 10-point ball game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They're out and set, first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be second and 8. From the 43. Hauled in by Rice. And this one does not go far. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. To the air, Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they bring him down around the 34. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, Rice. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Hauled in by Gray. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Working quickly here. They send a tight end in motion. Throwing again, Mahomes. And he sails that one over the end zone.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're gonna miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Mahomes to throw. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So now here's 3rd and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making a 4-point game here in the 4th. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the 4th. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. First and 10 now from the 30. Williams to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. A give right side for Swift. And he'll get it up to the 44. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Bears holding on to a field goal lead. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Staying grounded with Swift. And he runs this up close to midfield at about the 48. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Second and 6 coming up here. Pinned off running right. Here's Swift. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. On now comes their punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. That finds Hunt, complete. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Setting up to pass. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll motion a tight end left. Back to the air, Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Out left, Worthy makes the grab. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Here's 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Motioning the tight end now. Throwing now. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Desperation time here on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the Bears take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bears winners, as we say so long from Kansas City.